Mike Loxley, you've got some decent talent. Let's figure out how to use it. Welcome to the Voice of College Football as we run down team by team for 2021 and our predictions for the season. Please leave your comments and your predictions down below here at the Voice of College Football and subscribe. Hit that bell for the notifications. That way you know when we're going live and when we drop new content. All right, let's look at the Terps. Loxley came in 2019 and had that amazing two-game stretch to start the season, including a win over then-ranked Syracuse in impressive fashion. Then Maryland hit the skids and was an embarrassment the rest of the season. Last year, surprisingly, and to Loxley and the Terps' credit, after getting completely annihilated and embarrassed at Northwestern by 5 touchdowns and barely mounting 100 yards of total offense, and then being down by 3 scores against Minnesota the next week, Maryland became the first team since 1978 to win back-to-back games in which they were at least an 18-point dog. They won that game against Minnesota, came all the way back to win it, and then really took it out on Penn State on the road in going to 2-1. Then they lost to Indiana. They lost to Rutgers as well to finish at 2-3. But this team has talented wide receiver. Talia Tungavailoa shows us a wealth of potential at quarterback. The defense has some talent, but has yet to be productive. Let's look at Maryland football. They lose the opener against West Virginia. That's going to be an interesting game, a close game, a game that I would like to see, and it's in College Park. So they might be a slim favorite, possibly against Neil Brown and company. The other non-conference games include Howard, better win that one. Kent State, that should be a win as well. Although the Golden Flashes will be difficult, they should have one of the high-powered offenses in college football after leading the nation in total yardage and in points. All right, when we look at the Big Ten, of course, we're looking for the Western Division. Maryland plays in the tougher Eastern Division, although the West is much more balanced, and Michigan State declining. I think that's a fair argument between East and West. Maryland in the Western Division faces Iowa at home. They also have a date against Illinois early, which could push them to 3-0, as they will be pretty much a pick'em game, you would think, against the Illini on the road. So they could start 4-0 before the big game against Iowa at home. Then they've got a difficult stretch against Iowa, Ohio State, and Minnesota, and Indiana, Penn State. There's the stretch to contend with if you're the Terps. Iowa, Ohio State, Minnesota, Indiana, Penn State, Michigan State, Michigan, Rutgers. So those are the out-of-division games. It's a fairly difficult draw. Illinois is the easy one. Of course, Iowa and Minnesota to contend with. What we like with Maryland here is, again, explosiveness on offense. They've got talent on defense, but they need to figure it out on that side of the football. 4-5 in the Big Ten for the Terps. 4-5, they most likely beat Illinois, Michigan State, Rutgers, and figure out another win in there against somebody, whether that's at Minnesota, maybe the Penn State game at home. All right, Terps go 6-6. They make a bowl game for the first time in a few years. All right, there you go. Maryland football right here at the Voice of College Football. Leave your picks down below, and we'll be back with another Power 5 prediction.